欢迎! It is so great to see you again. Melbourne has a long culinary tradition and a distinguished dining scene. Chinatown around Little Birch Street is no exception. With this first-rate cuisine and fantastic service, today we'll get to sample the everyday and the elegant, from youtiao, the Chinese donut, to gourmet Australian king crab. Before we fire up the wok, let's find out why all the critiques rave about Melbourne's Chinatown. Melbourne, Australia. There's still a lot of the old British colonial style here, and right in the heart of it is a charming Chinatown. Look at the two guardian lions guarding the Melbourne Parliament House right in front of Chinatown. The first wave of Chinese immigrants came to New South Wales and Victoria in 1851 when gold was discovered. They call Australia the new gold mountain. But just as in California, they were not allowed to mine gold. Many went back to China. Those who stayed became laborers, and many of them farmers. This heritage has been preserved in the Museum of Chinese-Australian History. Even back in the 1800s, 1860s, in Melbourne, Australia, you can actually find a lot of provision and also ingredient all the way from China. Like so many Chinatowns, Melbourne has a place where people who know food go to have a quick, inexpensive, delicious late-night meal. Can you read this? Supper Inn. 宵夜店 means midnight snack restaurant. It means late supper restaurant. This place opened around 6 o'clock and open until almost 2 or 3 in the morning. This is youtiao, Chinese donut. In China, youtiao is usually served at breakfast with a bowl of rice porridge or soy milk. At Supper Inn, Chef Lau uses as part of his signature dish donut prawns and scallops. It's a stir-fry mix of seafood, vegetables, and pieces of youtiao. Fantastic. Let's see what else can be done with youtiao. Just add pieces of lightly water branched fish to beaten egg mixture. Look at that. Steamed egg custard. Add pieces of Chinese donut. And steam over high heat for about 12 minutes or so. The steamer is hot. Add a bit of chopped green onion to the top, and it is a homey special treat. We're doing a sweet and sour fish here. Chef Lau is teaching me how to do a wonderful another seafood from Melbourne, Chinatown. Dip pieces of fish fillet into cornstarch. Then into the batter. Deep fry in a hot wok. Wonderful. This is typical Chinese restaurant sweet and sour sauce. You got vinegar, sugar, ketchup, and also Worcestershire sauce. And you put them all together. Add pineapple chunks, colorful. Bell pepper and onion. Now add the fish. Thicken with cornstarch solution. And you're ready to serve. Whoa, beautiful. Look at that. Every single piece is unbelievable. Very good. Good flavor. You know what this is? This is black pepper emu, only in Australia. For total change of pace, this is the famous Flower Drum restaurant in Melbourne. It is widely admired. And as you can see from these awards, restaurant critiques from all around the world love it. And this big fellow is at least partly responsible for the awards. Chef Anthony Chen here has the most unique way to add this Asian touch to a most Australian creation, the giant king crab. This crab dish is very East-West. Chef Chen uses butter and coconut milk to give a silky and rich texture. And look at all that crab meat. The crab weighs over 8 kilos, almost 20 pounds. The mixture goes into the shells. Then onto the oven. This smells so good, they can probably smell this all the way in Hong Kong. This is Murray River cod, this one-of-a-kind fish you can only get in Australia. Ask Chef Chen which is the best part of the fish, and he'll tell you, hey, the tail. Here is the braised Murray cod tail with mushroom and lily buds. First, you deep fry the fish. Then you make the mushroom wine sauce. All you have to do is braise it for a few minutes because the fish is already done. Garnish a bit and it is a masterpiece ready for the food critiques. I'm dining with Flower Drum's owner Gilbert Lau and some of my Chinese Australian friends. This is one of the best fish I have ever tasted. Very good.
Yeah. Are they sweet?
Very sweet.
Yeah.
My friend Elizabeth Chong is a cooking teacher and a well-known TV chef.
Well, I know Anthony and I've watched him cook many, many times in the Flower Drum kitchen. And I'm always impressed with that gentle respect that he has for the food. And I think that really shows. He handles it with such reverence.
You know, Australia is famous for seafood because they're surrounded by water. And today, I'm so blessed. We are so blessed that we try some of the best seafood available from Australia. I'm getting some crab meat out to make a dish. I call it flower drum crab bake in the shell. Now you have time. You should do this. Boil the crab and just get all the crab meat out. It takes a little bit longer than you expect, but hey, the effort is worth it. If you don't have time, don't worry. Go to the store and buy the crab meat in a jar. This is the crab meat you can buy. And then we're going to make this wonderful dish. Now, when I was in Melbourne, one of the things that I noticed is all the variety of fresh seafood, particularly the Australian king crab, this big, feed about the whole village. Make sure you heat this up. And the onion, chop up some onion, diced onion, sauteed it. Saute the onion, get the flavor out, okay? And then a tiny, tiny bit of butter, make it nice and flavorful. Look at this. And then when it's ready, put the crab meat. Put the crab meat right here. This is beautiful, nice and fresh. The chef in Flower Drum, they use cream, okay? Look at this, creamy, very creamy. Put a tiny bit of pepper, tiny bit of wine. And then, of course, put a tiny bit of dry starch, dry cornstarch or flour. Make the roux, like the roux. Look at this. And then after that, you put this in a bowl. Very nice. Put this in a bowl. Look at how beautiful. Let it sit in a bowl, okay? And then put in the fridge. Let's put it all together. This is the filling for the crab meat, okay? Let's show you. We have one already done in the fridge, which is nice and cool, okay? So you can use it much easier. You can actually use this or use this, either way, okay? Actually, I'm going to use this, fresh ones. First thing you do is get this crab shell. This is from the blue shell crab. Look at this. This is live. When you steam them, they change color. This is the most famous Dungeness crab from the Pacific Northwest. And then I put this right here, put this. Look at this. You can put all of these right here. Now this is the one with the turmeric or curry. The one I have is without turmeric or curry, so you can have a choice, okay? And then when this is done, sprinkle a tiny bit of sesame seed, okay? And then, now, this is the ready. After this, you push this, set aside, brush, tiny bit of egg wash, tiny bit of egg wash. Look at this, nice egg wash, like that. And then you turn this upside down, like this. Then you coated it. You turn it upside down, and you coated it. Now, you don't have this crab shell. Hey, no problem. You know what? You can always get a ramekin like this and fill it up and sprinkle sesame seed and do the same thing with this, okay? Do the same thing. Whoa. Some Chinese or Asian breadcrumb. This is Japanese breadcrumb called panko. You can buy them in a bag like this, and you just put it in like that, okay? This is it. Sprinkle sesame seed, and then you take it over there, and you bake it. Now, let me show you how wonderful. You put this over here, and break this 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you break this. Broil this or bake this is fine, okay? And before you do that, tiny bit of butter, squeeze a tiny bit of butter. Very nice. And we'll put this over here. One is already done. All it takes is a few minutes because you're broiling it nice and golden brown. Look at this. Beautiful. And when it's done, you put this right over here. Put this right over here. This is so beautiful. You serve with cocktail. And this is going to be a marvelous appetizer. You know, this is what you have here. Flower drum crab big in the shell. I'm cutting some slice of donut, about ½ inch thick, out of this elongated donut to make a dish I call it shrimp and scallop of Chinese donut. This is a very long donut. I bought it in Chinatown in a juk and noodle deli. The first step first, okay? Why cut into little pieces like this? I'm going to use this as a part of the ingredient. So when the oil is hot enough, always check. Oh, hot enough. Oil is hot enough. Throw this whole thing in. Look at this. Until they're nice and golden brown, it doesn't take too long. You see, this is already done. Look at that, beautiful. Because it's such a thin slice, you basically refry this. You can buy this ahead of time and put it in the fridge. So that means you don't have to do it in the last minute, okay? And then we have this. Let it drain the oil and get ready to cook. First, marinate scallop and shrimp. You see this? Scallop and shrimp. And then marinate a tiny bit with salt, cornstarch, and white pepper. And you are ready to stir fry. Heat this up. Get this ready. Put a tiny bit of oil. This is what I do. Use the oil from here so you don't have to worry about it, okay? And then ginger and chili. Oh, ginger and chili. Make sure. And then put this right in here. That's it. Let's put this right over here. And then stir very fast. Okay? Stir this. Use a spatula or a spoon. Put a tiny bit of wine. Very simple ingredient. Wine. Tiny bit of sesame seed oil. And then a tiny bit of broth. Oh, and then, now, these are the ingredients I want to show you. I have snow pea, red pepper, and fresh water chestnut. This is fresh water chestnut, thinly sliced, much better than the canned one. This is canned, this is fresh. Fresh one is beautiful, and it's fresh, and it's nice and sweet. So always remember to use a fresh shred water chestnut when it's available. Let me see, let it braise a little bit. Let it braise a little bit. Okay, it doesn't take too long to do. And then in the meantime, let me quickly show you how fast you can make your elongated donut. Mix this with flour, okay? Flour, water, and kind of baking powder. And then you put some flour here, put some flour here, and then you cut this very wide slices like this. And then you put this right on top, and you use the same knife. Look at this. And you press this like that. And then you take it over here. Now, look at this. And then you stretch this like that. And you put it in. And then it is coming up in no time. Now, this is how you do it. In the meantime, I think this is getting ready. Look at this. It comes up. Now, this is a short donut. You make it home because I don't have a big wok. This is really, when you do that, you just keep doing it like this. Now, I'm going to let it sit there and continue to fry. In the meantime, I'm going to thicken this up and serve this because I don't have to take too much time to do it. Look at the color, okay? Very nice. Thicken this. Look at the simmer it, and you simmer it. Ah, beautiful. Okay. Put a tiny bit of cornstarch. Always remember, I always remind everybody, always remember to put the cornstarch right in the middle where the boiling liquid is, okay? Very nice. Finally, right before you serve, I'm going to remove these and show you how to serve these, okay? Now, get the plate out. This is very nice. I want to have a tiny bit extra sauce this time, okay? If you want, final touch, a tiny bit of extra sesame seed. And this is it. Very nice. Nice. And then we're going to serve. Right before you serve, hey, fried donut. This is what they do in Australia, in the Chinese restaurant, in the midnight snack restaurant here. The whole thing is done. Look at how beautiful this is, huh? This is what we have right before. Serve a tiny bit of macadamia nut. We have shrimp and scallop with Chinese donuts. Oh, let's put one more egg here and beat it up to make another dish. I call it comfort food fish custard. You know, I do a lot of custard at home. And in fact, in the midnight snack restaurant in Sydney or Melbourne, they have a lot of this sort at night. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, people don't want to have something too much. This is what they do. Beat this up, and I put the same amount of broth. 1 egg, 1 egg full of broth. This is chicken broth. Put it right over here, okay? Beat it up. Put a tiny bit of salt, tiny bit of pepper. That's all you need. If you want, hey, how about a tiny bit of chopped ginger? Finely minced ginger is good. Add the flavor, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I put this in a steam pie plate, right this, and set it aside. And then I am going to cut up some fish, okay? You can use any freshwater or saltwater fish. Cut an angle, thin slices, nice and big like this, okay? Nice and big. Beautiful piece of fish. Oh, slice. At home, this is how you should do it. Rather than do it towards your hand, you do it this way. This way you can never cut yourself. Cut it up, put it here, you cut it up, and you put it here, and you cut it up, and you put it here. And then after that, you quickly, if you want, you can also quickly marinate a little bit with a tiny bit of salt and pepper. That's all you need. Always use a chopstick to do it, okay? And then the next thing you can do is put this fish, line them all up like this. Line them all up. And get your steamer ready, okay? Make sure get your steamer ready. Line them all up, and line them all up like that. And then you remember we have some leftover donut, youtiao, which is already deep fried leftover from the other dish. All you have to do is put this together, a very, very unique dish, okay? Then the next thing you do is take it over here and you steam it. Oh, let's put this over here and let it steam, okay? Okay, make sure this is hot, okay? Put it right on top of here, very carefully, and then put this right on top and let it steam over medium to medium-low heat. This way, the egg would not be overcooked and denatured over. Then you don't see bubbles, nice, smooth custard. Now, talking about steaming. Why Chinese chefs love to use bamboo steamers? The reason why they like bamboo steamers is because just in case you have too much liquid, too much moisture, too much steam, they go through this crack, so you can stack several dishes together. And any excessive steam, they come out from here, so very little condensation. Now, talk about youtiao. Everybody look, we've been using youtiao. You can actually, today I'll even show you how to make youtiao at home. Very simple, very easy to do. Some youtiao are short, some are long. You go to Chinese juk and noodle place, you can buy youtiao like this, freshly cooked, and you can serve it with juk, Chinese porridge, or Chinese congee, and also serve in northern China. They serve this with soybean milk. I think after you steam about 8 to 10 minutes, they're nice and smooth. So you take this out, and we'll show you how to use this. Grab hold of these very carefully. Very carefully. But a right nice smooth custard like that. Very nice. And continue to steam ours. And then you line this up, put this over here, and put this over here, and put this right over here. And then right before you serve, put a tiny bit of soy sauce. That's all you have to do. Now, what you have is, check it out, comfort food fish custard. You'll feel great after you try some of these. See you next time. And remember, if Yan loves seafood, so will you. 再见.